Hey, what's up, you wonderful people? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. And yes, since none of you ask, I'm doing fine, thank you. But for now, let's just get into the video.
I'd like to apologize for holding the hand of another woman in front of my wife, and we got matching jackets together. And I said that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. I'd like to apologize for doing that, even though it was in my wife's dream. It was clearly my doing, even though it happened inside of her dream by her own making within inside her own
You're still
subconscious.
jerk.
So I'd like to apologize for the me that exists in some other alternate universe that apparently doesn't understand how amazing Andrea is.
See, I keep telling you guys not to do it, but you don't listen. Don't fool around in her dream, cause it's her dream. You're gonna get caught. You probably gonna disagree with me on this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you make mistakes, you need to apologize for. And yeah, even if it was all in her head. Cause in the end, this is what marriage is, right? It's all psychological. One's a psycho and the other one's logical.
I had a man call me basic last night, maybe 10 times. Told him that I did Pilates and he said, "You're basic." My favorite restaurant is Sugarfish. That makes me basic. Oh, you're moving to this part of town. You're basic. I'm just really over society minimizing women's interests and just being like, well, your interests are basic. Like, they're my interests. Deal with it. And yeah, maybe a lot of other women like to do the things that I like to do, but what's wrong with that? Like, they have good taste. I don't see us out here calling men basic. I'm not even exaggerating. I think every single guy I've been on a date with in LA thus far works in finance, was in a frat, really passionate about fitness, loves beer. You don't see me out here saying, damn, you're just like every other bitch. Just let people like what they like and don't make them feel bad about it.
Well, yeah, that's true. But let me see I got this right. You're saying that people that go to gym, care about their bodies and work in finance are just the same with people that like a certain restaurant. I could be wrong about this, but people that work in finance are making or at least will make a lot of money, right? Takes a lot of grinding too. But they're basic because you also like a certain restaurant. You know, you could just get over yourself and stop blaming society because a man called you basic. Maybe doing Pilates is something special, but you liking a restaurant, it doesn't make you stand out.
I'm an expert at getting your ex back. If you want to increase your level of magnetism and attraction instantly, especially for that specific person, you want to use my self-love talk method.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that. You want my ex back or not, you can have her. I really am good.
Men literally either be, you are my personal pocket with no thoughts, emotions, or deeper consciousness. You are merely an object for my desire, for me to look at and for me to experience. Or they be like, I'm so in love with you, you can't ever be naked ever again.
No, that's literally not it. There's actually something in the middle. You can have your emotions, you can have your own brain. We actually enjoy intelligent conversations. But when it comes to you being naked, yes, I'm gonna expect you being naked around me, not around the entire neighborhood. I'm also gonna expect my kids to have my eyes, not the mailman's eyes. And not for nothing, you are an XCX worker. So I hope you forgive me for not taking anything you say seriously.
Hi, Mike. You're right. I am. My body count is as high as my standards are low. But despite all of that, you still don't have a shot. So what does that say about you?
That he has moral values and he doesn't enjoy taking antibiotics after 5 minutes with you. Especially since those antibiotics are probably gonna cost him more. Maybe you need to sit down before I'm gonna say this, cause it's gonna be a shock. But just because you're gonna sleep with everyone that comes to you and says yo, it doesn't mean that everyone actually wants to sleep with you.
The bare minimum for 2023 is you need to treat me at least as well as I treat myself. Because if you can't do that, then why would I waste my energy on you when I could just be alone and be in better company?
Oh my god, yes, you go girl, boss babes and all that. Princess, you're sitting alone in your car in a parking lot. What are you talking about bare minimum? Treat you better than you treat yourself? Give me an example. So far, what I've seen from your videos, you're a seat warmer. Even if I look your way, it's gonna be me treating you better than you treat yourself. Until you're gonna say things like what we can do for each other, how we need to treat each other, you're still gonna be sitting alone in your car in a parking lot posting TikToks. What are you talking about bare minimum?
I have a girlfriend who's been in this on and off relationship for years, and they finally ended things for good a couple months ago. And she just texted me and was like, ugh, I caved, and I texted him, and then I just sat anxiously waiting for him to respond. And I feel like, and I think a lot of us, when we get these texts from our girlfriends, are like, oh, you shouldn't have texted him. Like, what were you thinking? But that's actually not what I said to her. And it made me realize I have a little bit of a like psycho viewpoint on how you actually get over someone in these situations. And that is that you need to Pavlovs dog your way out of even wanting to reach out anymore. My whole thing is that if you even want to reach out, if you have the urge, it means that you're still tethered to that person, and a part of your subconscious still is accepting that relationship. And you might be like 10 more times of sitting around waiting for an answer to a text away from actually not wanting to do it anymore. So better to actually just text when you want to text and then get to actually feel over it sooner. Definitely chaotic, definitely effective.
Of course, it's effective because you say so. If I remember right, Pavlovs Dog's theory is when a dog associates the sound of a bell with food and he starts salivating. Now, I'm not sure how you salivating over your ex is gonna make a case, but sure, whatever. Texting your ex over and over again, it's pretty much you salivating every time you send that text. Maybe if he never texts you back, you'll understand finally that it's over, but what happens if every other week he's gonna reply and comes over for Netflix and chill? Oh, right. It's still gonna be effective because you say so.
How to inspire men to treat you like a goddess. How to inspire men to pursue you, and how do you create that polarity with men at all times? The way number one would be like, actually you have standards, you are a high value woman and you stick to your standards. Way number two is that you actually have boundaries and you stick to your boundaries. And way number three could be that you are in your feminine energy and you give him the space to actually pursue you. Because so many women, they want the man to pursue them, but they don't give them the space and the time to do it. So ladies, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Just wait for things to happen and attract it into your life. Follow me for more.
Yeah, well, I did follow you. Not for more, but now I can brag to my friends that I'm following a goddess. It's not like you're all goddesses and you are unique. Oh, wait, nah, never mind. And it's not like you're all saying the same thing. So I can appreciate something original. Have high standards, have boundaries, be in your feminine. I don't think I've ever heard those before. Oh, wait, never mind. Now, not that I'm gonna compare a soup to your high standards, obviously, cause, you know, you might strike me with some lightning since you're a goddess and all that. But if I'm gonna start making a soup and I'm gonna go buy groceries to make that soup, shouldn't I know from before what I need to buy? Cause it kind of makes sense. Maybe where you live, a chef will just say, this is how you make soup, and will throw it in front of you already made. But when it comes to all of you goddesses, it doesn't work like that. For once, just for once, I would really love to hear what are those high standards and those boundaries that you're talking about.
I'm officially at that point in life where I go to a nice dinner, have a couple of drinks, bomb ass food, and I'm set for the night. Like, I love coming home, cleaning up our space, putting on some soaked pajamas, and getting into bed. The club is just not for me anymore. Like, this is amazing.
Oh, aren't you the nicest girl? The club is not for you anymore. That could be true, who knows? Maybe you're working in bars now. Just for some context, she's a bottle girl in Miami. Now, obviously, I don't know much about bottle girls, but I know they work in nightclubs or bars. I don't know about Miami, but bars where I live don't usually close down at 10 p.m. So even if you work in bars and not in nightclubs, you're still out for half the night. But hey, I'm gonna take your role for it. You're obviously a good, decent girl who's in bed wearing pajamas. Oh, wait, what? And obviously will not lie to anyone.
Okay, so here are some of the things that I did while I was broke back then to help me become super, super successful. I would literally go to the most luxurious spots. I would go to the most bougie spots. I would take myself out to fancy bougie restaurants.
Spoiler alert, she used to go to a lot of bougie places, including bougie car dealerships like Ferrari or Lamborghini, bougie neighborhoods and residential, or no, my bad, bougie residential areas, and all over the bougiest places. Don't those bougie places have security that will throw you out because you don't fit into the scenery? I mean, if you're gonna look like a bum, they're gonna pretty much ask you to leave because you're upsetting the rich people. But this is why I stopped the video right here, because it was going on forever and she pretty much said nothing. I would take myself out to fancy bougie restaurants. Now, I always thought that those bougie restaurants will have a high price for their meals. Obviously, I was wrong. You can just go in looking like a bum and you get to eat for free just because you went into that place. I understand the mindset behind setting your goals and dreams to become successful, but I think there's a fine line between that and being delusional. I don't know who would listen to you and take you seriously, but at least you had the chance to say bougie 27 times.
How much money is in your bank account?
Literally 73 cents.
73 cents?
You're joking. I just wake up and this is what I see. I didn't think he was actually gonna post that. People are being mean in the comments about me not having any money. I didn't spend a dime at the mall, so.
Yeah, no, I can imagine it's pretty hard to find stuff in a mall that cost only a dime, or in your case, 73 cents or less. And I can't believe I'm promoting lying, but next time, just say $50 at least, or $100. Or better yet, ask the guy first if he's gonna post the video on TikTok. Saves you a lot of trouble. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.